You're live. Wow, we are live. And I don't know if the sound is going out or what, because I can't tell. Microphone just fell. Sorry. Blake has joined. Chris has joined. Hey, can you guys tell me if you can hear me all right? Jessica has joined. Kevin Johnson. Kevin, Blue Kevin, how are ya? No, can you guys tell me if you can hear me all right, please? Because I can't tell. I should have my iPad here, and I don't. Fabulous. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin, am I right, though? Is it Blue Kevin with the new boat? Michael. Hey, Mike, how have you been? Kim, hi, Kim. How are you? Yep, we hear you fine. Thank you, Jessica. I wanted to do a video. I wanted to go live. Is this a Verizon commercial? Can you hear me now? No, it's not, Kevin. Yeah, that's me. Thank you, Kevin. Hey, everybody. Kevin Johnson is in the chat from C21, One Blue, I believe, Kevin. That's it. Century 21, basically. You must see him on Facebook every hour. I'm just kidding. He does promote a lot. He's good about promoting. And he has a real estate school. Speaking about real estate, the reason I wanted to do a video, and I just did a video on YouTube, and it didn't work. So that's why I came on Facebook. A lot of people have been asking, like I had 3 or 4 people today, Paul, how you been? Paul, where are you? What have you been doing? And a lot of people don't realize that last October, I sold my brokerage at Next Home, and I have a herniated disc in my neck. That's weird because it's odd. This is my left hand, not my right one, but I have a herniated disc in my neck that is pressing against my spinal cord. So I'm in a lot of pain, and when I mean a lot of pain is sometimes I'll just have to go to bed for the day. Nothing works. I can't imagine how these people, I even told the doctor, I says, I can't imagine how these people get hooked on Oxy and stuff. I said, I take it, it does nothing. Barely takes the edge off. Now, she told me, she says, not everybody's like that. Some people easily get addicted, but nothing works. So it's tough. But thanks to Jessica, Jessica Feliciano, who's in the chat, is my assistant, was my assistant, still is my assistant. So don't grab her, Kevin. She told me that her grandmother, I believe, went to this doctor, and I was out of options. September, July, August, September. I mean, I was in so much pain. I had spinal injections in my neck, 3 of them, didn't work. I've had a headache, sometimes really bad, since March 30th of last year. Constant headache, pain down my arms, the whole 9 yards. I've been to the surgeon that Jessica recommended was the 4th surgeon I went to. In a few months, I'm going to be 60, believe it or not. I have never been in the hospital. I mean, once. I had an Achilles tendon. They did stem cell surgery on it, which is needles. That's it. They don't cut you open. It's needles. That was the only time I was ever in the hospital other than going to see somebody that's sick. So I tried everything. Every single thing I could. They did nerve tests. They did this test, that test. The last thing was I went to the chiropractor in St. Cloud. Very good. I would recommend him to anybody. I did spinal decompression where they hook something up here and keep your body down. And I'm 6'1" now. I used to be 6 foot, but the disc still herniated. Didn't work. So 4 surgeons later, and I mean, these surgeons, man, they have 2 of the 4 that I spoke to have a God complex. You know, like, what the hell are you in here for? I got, you know, I don't have to be wasting my time with you. What do you do? What do you want? It's like, I'm here for an opinion, damn it. And people understand. So it's ridiculous. You're not God. I'm here for you to help me. If you don't want to help me, I'm leaving. And that's almost what I told the last guy up in Lake Nona. But that's the way they are. They think they're going to save my life or whatever, and I owe them a huge debt. Anyway, I haven't met this last surgeon. I spoke to his nurse practitioner. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. It's a long, convoluted story. Anna Maria joined us. Katie Tardif joined us. Hey, everybody. So the nurse practitioner says, you know, when you come in, you got to take your disc, your MRI, and your report. I took everything that I've done, nerve test, the decompression, the spinal injections, the MRI from that year and the year before. She says, wow, nobody has ever given us this much of a package. I said, well, I wanted you to have everything. So she says, you've done it all. I would send you out for this or that. She says, you've done it all. She says, your disc, if it was herniated like this, we may be able to shave a little off. She says, but yours is like this. So, Richie, how are you, my buddy? So she says, you need surgery. She pulls me in another room, shows me on the screen, and they have those models. You know, I have models in the back, but, you know, she's got a model of your spinal column. She says, we go in. She says, now, unfortunately, we can't go in from the back. We got to go in from the front. And we got to take the disc out. And then we've got to put this plate that's about 2 inches in and screw it into your discs. I lost it. I mean, I don't care. I'm sensitive Italian, I guess, but I'm almost 60. And she says, relax. You know, I said, I've never had surgery before. I'm freaked out. So she says, relax. Everybody gets like that. You're not going to feel anything, whatever. And I told my wife, I said, on the way going home, I said, it's going to be a lot bigger than a friggin' 1-inch little scar on the side of my neck. So anyway, the guy's supposed to be really good. He comes highly recommended, because what I was going to do is go home to Mass General and have it done there. But Jessica recommended him, personal experience from a family member and somebody else, personal experience from a family member. So I'm doing it here. And we're still looking to move back home. Unfortunately, not the Boston area, but more New Hampshire, because Massachusetts is tax crazy. My wife is retiring next July, so we're looking to be snowbirds, sometime up there, sometime down here, because I have a rental in Kissimmee that we could block off a few months here and there. So that was the main reason that I sold my brokerage, because I didn't think it was fair to the agents, because I used to do meetings once a week, once every other week or whatever, and training and stuff. And I didn't think it was fair that, you know, sometimes I was in bed just dying in pain and I couldn't answer their calls or concerns. So I said, maybe the best thing to do is sell it, and so I got to seek a remedy for this, because I can't continue like this. Getting old and fat, and it sucks. Literally, it sucks. So my non-compete ended the 31st. I had all intentions. Most people retire to Florida from the north, and you are retiring the north from Florida. The problem is, Kevin, we moved down here 15 years ago. I moved to Bellalago. We were the 20th people to buy in Bellalago and Kissimmee. don't recommend anybody living in Bellalago unless you like paying a very high HOA fee. Personal experience, that's it. Nice place. Pleasant Hill Road, one way in, one way out. Sucks. Anyway, I bought my house, and I bought a house next door for my son. He lasted a year. I have only one child, a son. It's okay with me. I'm an only child too, so I didn't mind. Anyway, he lasted a year because he was working on Sand Lake Road. So was I. I was the assistant manager at the Walmart. I transferred down at the corner of Sand Lake and John Young. So he left. He went home. Had to sell his house. All our family is home. Hey, Daniel, how are you, Daniel? And Lisa, how you doing? I didn't mean it that way, like, hey, how you doing? Hi. So all our family's back home. Now, for the first time in 15 years, we had almost all our family here with us for Christmas. There was 15 people, 12 or 15 people in this house, which was fantastic. I loved it because I miss family during the holidays. I miss snow, believe it or not, during the holidays. Last year was the first time we shoveled snow in 15 years. And I think it adds to the Christmas to have snow on the ground and falling and stuff like that. And going outside and it's 3 below zero and you got to scrape off the ice off your windshield. I miss that. Anyway, so that's why we're looking to go home because, I'm going to be 60. My wife's going to be 61. I know I'm not going to be around forever. I'm lucky if I make the next 10 years. I want to be with family more. I want to be around family. We can always come back. Like I said, we have another house, so we can always come back. So anyway, I planned on getting active in real estate as a one-man show and just being a Thompson broker. Thompson broker, for those people that don't know, and most of you don't care, is a person that is not associated with the Board of Realtors. They're just a real estate agent. The difference is a real estate agent and a realtor. Real estate agent has no realtor affiliation. In my 13 years of being in the business, I have filed 6 complaints, and nothing has happened with any of them. Those people are still doing business. They're operating illegally. And one of the words I got from a higher up at Aura at the time is protected. So my thought was, well, why give them my money? Why be a board member if they're not going to support me? Why support them if they're not going to support me? And my thing was, you can't tell me I'm not going to be as ethical, as professional, and as knowledgeable with 13 years experience just because I don't have an R after my name. Colleen Mitchell-Parr, how are you, Colleen? Colleen, great mortgage person. Actually, Colleen got me my first house in Bellalago, and it's funny, Colleen, I have this. She worked here at the time. I still have this. This is a collectible. I'm going to get big money for this. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so I had all intentions of being a Thompson broker. Every intention. I wanted to do it a year ago. I couldn't. Anyway, so today I could get active. My non-compete is over. I've been giving my referrals to John, who bought my office in Kissimmee, and all the agents. And I called MLS this morning. I actually went into Oscar, the Osceola Regional Realtor Association, and told them, I'm not renewing this year. I'm going to be a Thompson. And the AE Association executive was there, and she says, how come? And I told her. And 9 o'clock this morning, 9:01, I called MLS. I said, all right, I'm ready. I spoke to the woman that takes care of Thompson Brokerage, and I says, let's do it. Well, the call went a lot different this morning than it did months ago, even a year ago. there's, well, now you have to pay this fee, and now you have to pay that fee, and there's a transfer. Well, why is it a transfer? If I'm already a member, why do I have to pay a transfer? I can go on my computer right now and log, oh, because you're a realtor and now you're going to be a Thompson. So what? Anyway, it came down to $190 or $200 difference. And I said, frig it. I'm just going to rejoin the Board of Realtors. Hi, Cindy. Cindy, for people looking, is a home inspector. Yes, she is. Her and Steve. Steve must have done hundreds of home inspections for me in Bella Lago at the time. So this morning, I rejoined the Board of Realtors. So yeah, once again, I'm a realtor. I see thumbs up. I don't know why. So anyway, I joined the Board of Realtors again. I'm a realtor again. Or so I'm going to be a one-man gang for the time, and we'll see how it goes. I can do. Thank you for all the likes. I am going to, like I said, I'll be here, and once we find a place to live in New Hampshire, I have a rental in Kissimmee that I do VRBO, Airbnb, that type of stuff, so we can go back and forth. My wife's retiring next year. I don't know. I don't know how long I'm going to retire. But then people have been asking me too, how have you been making money? October, November, December, how have you been making money? Well, since, I don't know, 20, 25 years ago, whatever, I've been selling on eBay. I am a big proponent of multiple streams of income. Always have been. Always. I mean, I opened my first store in 1979 back home. Hi, Lisa Bennett. How are you? Lisa, I forget, you're with the title company, correct? You're not a mortgage person. Because that's the other thing is, I have been out of the loop. I haven't gone to meetings, even since before I sold my brokerage. I've kind of been a hermit. I stay behind the computer and work and market and that type of stuff. Dave Placencia, attorney Dave Placencia used to work with me in the old Colwell days. Hi, Dave. How are you? So I've always been a big proponent of multiple streams of income. So I sell on eBay. I sell on Amazon. I send my stuff into Amazon to sell. And that's how I've been surviving. I have always done it. My stores that I've had back home, I used to advertise, and my online sales outgrew everything else. And even when I was doing a ton of listings, people would say, well, now you get the house under contract, I got to leave. Yeah. Well, I have to have a garage sale. And I remember one woman, she said, I'll probably get a couple of bucks for those vases up there. And I looked at them and I said, can I see one? So I went up and grabbed it, caked with dust. I looked in the bottom. It was Roseville pottery. If you don't know anything about Roseville pottery, Paul, should I share? Sure. Whatever that means, I would love to share. I share everything. I'm just kidding. It's 9 o'clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. I've been up since 3 this morning. I always liked having a good time. Dave will tell you, if you're not happy at work, you shouldn't be doing it. So Roseville pottery, if you don't know what Roseville pottery is, look online, Roseville pottery. So she gave it to her daughter. She had 3 of them, 3 different ones. And I went back the next week because they had to do the home inspection. And Doug, how are you, Doug? My brother from another mother. So she looked at them and she gave them to her daughter, and her daughter put them on eBay. And I think she got $50 for one, $75 for the other. I forget how much the other. And she was amazed. And she says, I'm going to give her other stuff to sell. And I said, well, I'd give her that. And I was just pointing things. Because typically, sometimes when we go home, we'll do antiquing all the way up the coast because we drive, because we take the dog, or the baby, as I refer her to. We'll do antiquing. We'll stop and we'll thrifting, antiquing. So by the time we get to Massachusetts, New Hampshire, the back of the truck is full. Doug, how are you? We finally wanted to do a live video. Ever since I left the radio show, as you know, everybody's been bugging me. Why don't you do a show? Why don't you do a show? So I have to do a live one and try it out. So this might be the first of many. Doug, for all you people, and I know you can't visit him because he's in New Hampshire. I've known Doug for 20-something years, maybe 30 years. He's a, what are you, Doug? He's a doctor of something, muscles or whatever. Doug's like a bodybuilder, but he's so trained in everything. He can do it all. More than a trainer, he's like really into it. So she got hooked. I told this to another person because the first thing is you got to sell the house. You got to empty it. What am I going to do with all this crap? It's amazing how much crap you obtain if you live in a house for 5 to 8 years. It's just, I mean, we've been here in this house since we left Bellalaga. We've been here now. Next month, it'll be 5 years. This community is 5 years old. And Doug, exercise physiologist. Alrighty then, physiologist. So, I mean, we've been here 5 years. I still have boxes in closets and in the garage that have never been opened. And my wife is to the point where if you haven't opened it in 5 years, you don't need it. Throw it away or sell it. So that's what we've been doing, going through that. So Jessica now helps me with my eBay also, since I don't have any contracts to take care of and stuff like that. But like I said, once again, join the Board of Realtors. Eventually, I'll be going home to New England, Massachusetts, Boston, and New Hampshire, and I'm going to get my license up there so I can sell up there, sell back here, and that's about it. I think that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Michael, what's GNU, Paul? Why, you remember that, huh? That's my own newsletter. How are you, Michael? Michael, I believe you sell insurance, correct? I'm just looking at the chat, everybody. So who's still with us? 32 comments. Wow. 5 people watching. Jessica hung in there. Maria. Doug. Excellent. Lisa's still there. Anybody have any questions, like what a schmuck or anything like that? Dave, have you won your first case yet? Being a realtor, attorney, or former realtor, current realtor, and then going to school to become an attorney and then doing it? I am. What does that mean, I am? What did I ask? I'm sorry. And I'm only on Excedrin, so it's not like I took anything else. You know that one of the doctors, I've been to 4 surgeons now. One of them said you should get your marijuana card. But what if I wanted to get a job with somebody, even a part-time job, Walmart? Hey, get your buggy and get out of here. You know, one of those guys. They do a P test. Even if you have your card, you can get fired, right? I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen in here, Michael Inglesby, one of my clients from way back, does sell insurance. So get here, get them. Get in touch with them if you need insurance. When are you coming back up? Soon, I hope. Doug wants to get me in shape because I've become a fat bastard. Pain will do that to you. And also, don't take gabapentin. One surgeon gave me that, did crap for the pain, but put on 12 pounds, 15 pounds, whatever it is, in 1 week. Excellent for that. Threw it away. Then you tell them you threw it away down the hopper or whatever, and they get mad at you for that because it goes into the system. Yeah. Betty Doby is here. I've known Betty Doby almost all my life. No, just kidding. Since I've been a realtor. Betty's with Integrity First Title. We need to meet up. Oh, Jessica's dying to give me a Christmas present, and I don't want her to give me a Christmas present. She doesn't have to. And if anybody's here too, I don't know if Kevin's still here. If your boat ever needs painting, whatever, Jessica's husband's a fantastic body man. He's done work for Pitbull, and I don't mean the dog. There's a singer, I think, that's named Pitbull. He's done some of her cars. Betty, yo, Betty, how you doing, huh? Yo, hey, Betty, how you doing? I used to go to Betty's office once in a while and just talk. No files, just talk. Wish I had files. No, I'm just kidding. It came from Colombia, whatever that means. It might help you feel better. Yeah, I know it'll help me feel better, but I don't know what else it'll do. Be passed out on the floor. So Dave Placencia, attorney, are you now attorney or a lawyer, or what's the difference, Dave Placencia? It's good seeing you guys too. Some of the people here I haven't talked to in a while. But I did get, for some reason, I got 3 calls today like, where have you been? What have you been doing? What rock did you crawl under? No, the chat is quiet. The chat is very quiet. So did everybody get what they wanted for Christmas? I know I bought everything I wanted for Christmas. Because when you get my age, that's what happens. You just buy what you want. And Sandy gets pissed. Sorry I couldn't stop by. No problem. Good seeing you, Mr. Paul. Same here, Dave. Hopefully, maybe we have coffee sometime. Good seeing you. Thank you, Cindy. Same to you. Our short sale's making a comeback. Are you kidding me, Dave? You should know. You're an attorney. Anything we get forgiven is taxable. And I still get calls from people, of course, to do short sales. But if I get 200 grand forgiven, they have to pay that on their next tax bill. So if they're in the 28% tax bracket and we got forgiven 200 grand, 28% of 200 grand. And if they have a pension or whatever, they're not going to give that up just to say they're destitute, they're broke. So I don't think so. I've seen a couple that I've actually talked to a couple of people. So I got mine on short sale. I got my house on short sale. And I said, did they explain anything to you about the end result? And they said, oh, we go to closing. And that's it. The bank is happy. Not really. So it's just ridiculous. There's still agents out there that all they care about is a damn paycheck. When am I going to get paid? Let's go to closing. When am I going to get paid? The bank says, okay, we could short sell your house. Great, fantastic. What about the other end? Doug, I just sold my house. They want to inspect the boiler on their dime. It's old and hasn't been inspected in years. What's my responsibility? Well, Doug, since they don't have boilers here, I would say let them, because what are you going to do? You're going to refuse them to inspect it, and then once you close, a month later, 2 weeks later, it's going to break, and they're going to say you held something from them. So you might as well. You have nothing to, you're not hiding anything. If it works for you now, it'll work for them. The problem is, I think you should say, I want an inspector that is just not your friend, because then their friend could say, well, this is old and we should tell him we want it replaced because it could break. I don't know, Dave, you're an attorney now. What do you think? Because if it's working for you now, why wouldn't it work for them next month? And if I remember what the boiler is, it's for the heat, right? You have forced hot water heat. Because I haven't seen a house with a boiler here at all. The only boiler we have is the pan I have on the top of the stove. And I haven't used that in a long time. Anybody have an air fryer? Got that air fryer, man, last Christmas. Not this past one, but last Christmas. Used the stove now 6 times since then. Yes, furnace too. Yeah, so, I mean, I think that has to be inspected by a plumber, if I remember correctly. But what's the worst that could happen? If it has to be replaced, you just say, listen, it's $500 to get it replaced. I'll take $500 off the price of the house. Or it's $500 to get replaced. You know, maybe I'll give you $250 off. But it's all negotiable. Everything from here is all negotiable. Works fine, has for 3 years. So why wouldn't it work next month or going on to next year? So that's just my opinion. And I am the foremost expert in my opinion. Don't let anybody fool you. It's more like $6,000, $5,000, $6,000. Holy shit. So that $6,000 is for a whole new friggin' furnace, not just the boiler. I thought the boiler was the part that was connected to it that gives the hot water. So they're looking for a whole new furnace to replace. So why wasn't that done? If it's the furnace, why wouldn't that be covered under the original home inspection to replace? Patty, how are you? Oh, everybody. Hey, Pat. I've known Patty since, man, I was 15 in Somerville, Massachusetts. I'm on one of the boards on Facebook and about Somerville. You know, you talk to people from your old high school and junior high school or whatever, and she came on and says, oh, it's me, Patty. I said, holy crap, I remember you. Yes, the furnace is very expensive. Doug, I mean, they brought it up to you. If you say no, they're going to think you're hiding something. I would let them do it. If they're going to pay for the inspection, you just have to make sure that it's a licensed person, a licensed heating and air conditioning person, not their friend. Hey, Patty, how are you? You want it to be an impartial person. Yes, we do go way back to the old days. Because then if you hold back and say, no, you cannot inspect it, and then you pass papers, you close, and something happens to that furnace, or they do something that causes the furnace to break down, they're going to come back to you after the close and say, well, he must have hid something from us. You know, I would just do it and peace of mind. I see you still into collectibles. Yes. I was telling everybody before you came on that I sold my brokerage. I have a disc problem that I'm eventually getting surgery for, I guess, here next month. Not happy about that. People ask, well, how are you surviving? How do you pay your bills? I've been doing eBay and Amazon. I've been doing eBay since before it was eBay. It was Auction Watch. So I've always done it. And even when I was back home in Reading, when I had my stores, I used to sell on there. And yeah, I've been into this stuff, man. I sold at my first comic convention when I was 16. I'm going to be old this April. I'm going to be 60 this April. So time goes by fast, really fast. So anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I'm going to do more of these. I don't know if I'm going to do YouTube, have a YouTube channel, or do it on Facebook. Because I think when you do it on YouTube, you got to advertise it on Facebook so people know and then they watch you. I watch a ton of YouTube. There is things on YouTube for everything. Like I said last time, every time we drive home, we go antiquing, we go thrifting. The back of the truck's full by the time we get home. So we do it all the time. It's good for sourcing. But people say, well, how do you do eBay? How do you do eBay? And it's so damn simple. So I might do a channel for eBay. I might do a channel for real estate. I might no more two guys. Oh man, yes, of course. Erica, how are you, Erica? I don't remember you, Erica. But if you're just joined in to say, what the hell is this funny looking guy doing? Great. My buddy David, who's like my brother, I've known him since I was 16. Went to our first concert together. It was Kiss in Providence, Rhode Island. I will call you Doug. He's been going strong. He has the biggest cigar mail order company in the country now. Take care, Doug. And he's still there. He's in Corey Lott. How are you, Corey? He had, like I said, he's the biggest cigar mail order company in the country. And we opened that. I had a building that my video store was in Somerville. I own the building. We needed more space for the video store. We moved across the street. So I said, what the hell are we going to do? What am I going to do at this empty store? So I said, let's open a smoke shop. That was in 85. In 86, hi, Corey, how are you? Yes, David, yep. In 86, I already had 3 other stores to deal with, 18 employees. So I gave my end of the smoke shop to his brother, who unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago. And he still goes strong. He has a podcast channel. He has a studio. He took an old Apple store, 2 floors, and went nuts. It's the biggest smoke shop in Salem. Yep, 2 guys smoke shop. It's cool you remembered that. He still advertised on Howie Carr. I still listen to radio from back home every once in a while. Like Wicked Bites every Sunday. I listen to them on the radio here on my phone. So I'll be home soon, hopefully. Like I was telling everybody that I'm going to get my license in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. We're looking for a place in New Hampshire because man, those excise tax every year for your car, the sales tax every year, this tax, that tax, ridiculous tax. I'm not into that. I just want to get someplace, have some time, and then come back here part of the year. I'm a one-man gang now here in Florida as a realtor. I just joined the realtor board again. Didn't want to, but if you listen to the earlier part of the show, you'll find out why. So that's what I've been doing. Corey, how are you? Corey's well, no, he's not a former. I'm a former. He's a current, still Next Home franchisee from Claremont, which is here in Florida. Mass sucks. Well, I mean, it doesn't suck, but Danielle Albritton Bell. Believe it or not, I could throw a rock and hit her house. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Patty, I don't think it sucks. I think just the taxes are super high. When I left Reading, I was paying $8,000 a year for taxes, and the same house now is $20,000 for taxes. So I just miss it too. I was telling everybody here, for Christmas, we had 12 family members come down, and it was fantastic. I mean, last December, we stayed up there in New Hampshire all December. First time I shoveled snow in 15 years. From what I understand, I should have asked Doug before he left. They got 2 inches of snow yesterday or this morning. But I just, Sandy and I came down here with my son. We lived in Kissimmee. I bought a house, and I bought the house next door for him. After a year, he said, I'm out of here. I'm going back home. So ever since then, it's just been Sandy and myself. And, I miss family. And I miss the city, too. I'd like to be able to walk down the street if I wanted Chinese food at midnight, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Over here, like Simi, when I first came here, the friggin' sidewalks roll up and the cops will pull you over and say, what the hell are you looking for? So it was crazy. a lot of stuff to get used to. But so we are looking to go back for a few months, come here because I have a rental house in Kissimmee that we could block some time off because it's a like an Airbnb that we did. So we could block time off for that and go back and forth. So that's it. But it was cool to see you again because I probably haven't seen you, man, since I was 16 years old, 17 years old. That's a long time. Long time. Sorry to hear about Joe, but it's a long time. So I got 4 people. So who else is still with us? BRB. I'm loving this. What's BRB stand for? I have no idea. I still don't know what BRB means. Big, rustic. I don't know. What does BRB stand for? Come on. I know you're typing. I'm typing. Danielle, how are you doing? I saw that hubby went up to Atlanta. Evelyn. Wow, Evelyn's in the chat with us. Hi, Evelyn. Jessica said she'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break for Jessica because she'll be right back. No, just kidding. Hi, Evelyn. How are you? Yeah, Danielle, I sent Dave a message that says, be careful. Last time I drove through Atlanta coming home, I think, or going up, cost me $1,500. I was doing a little over 100, and the guy said, that's way too much, and I'm only going to give you a break, and it's going to bring it down to this. So he brought it to 72, I think, or something. That's BRB. What is BR? Oh, be right back. Oh, I'm adult. I don't know what that stuff is. BRB, LOL. I know what FU is and stuff like that, but I don't know the BR. Be right back. So why couldn't you just do a whole sentence like, just letters for everything? But anyway. So how's everybody doing? Evelyn, are you still at the prison? I mean, Coldwell? Oh, my God. I'm not getting any response from anybody. Pissed everybody off. I have a habit of doing that. Yes. 3 exclamation points. I am still in the prison. No, in the... Are you still doing the same thing, Evelyn? I see your post just once in a while on Facebook. And I got to admit, lately, well, for the last month, so I've been mainly a lurker. I do post some stories I see once in a while. Just to show people that, hey, Paul didn't die yet. J7's retired from Stop and Shop. Wow. My cousin retired from Stop and Shop. He was there like 40 years or something. I couldn't believe it when he told me. Saw him at a wedding. Kind of sucks when your family, you only get together with them in weddings and funerals. When we were kids, remember when we were kids, the stores were all closed on Sundays. All that could be open was Cumberland Farms because they sold milk and eggs. And that was it. Everything else closed. So you went over your grandfather's house, your aunt's house, and they made the sauce and the gravy and the meatballs. It was family time. That's the only time I got to see my cousins and stuff. And when you did that, and now that's all gone, everybody's, well, we pay rent all month long. We should be able to be open all month long. So family values went down the drain. Used to go to church, get dressed up, go to church, and no more, but don't get me started on that crap. Cindy South Hofferman and Pam Lasky, Linda Snow. Wow, Linda Snow. Linda Snow, who just joined. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Pam. Linda Snow. The reason that name is so familiar to me, I mean, not that the other ones aren't, but Linda Snow I went to school with. And when I went to school, it was, you were with the same people your whole school term. So Linda, I see you do a lot of traveling. You're here and there and everywhere. Cindy, does your husband still collect Star Wars? Is my memory still good with that? So how's everybody? The good old days, Evelyn says. You remember things being closed, right? Hi, Cindy. I don't know. I don't know why they don't still do that. There's no family values anymore. Of course, the way it is now, too, is, everybody lives far away. Everybody moved on. But, yeah, no family values anymore. So what's everybody up to? Nothing? Anything? Nothing? Somewhat. More like my grandson now. You have a grandson? Wow. I don't have any grandchildren. Nor do I want any grandchildren. I didn't say that, no. But I don't have any grandchildren. But congratulations on the grandson. I don't think Cindy used to work with me at Coldwell also. Otherwise known as the prison. No, I'm just kidding. Patty, are you on live often? I wake up live. No, I'm sorry. You have 3 grandkids? Holy crap. Hi, Linda. Getting ready to play Clue with Tim. I don't have a clue, so I can't play. Hi, Barbara Bowling. Barbara is from, don't tell me, that mortgage broker on that street, I think. I'm trying to remember. I don't get on live at all, to tell you the truth. I used to have a radio show here in Florida 5 years ago, and it was sold to sports, totally sports. Hi, Jerry De Silva. How you doing? And everybody, even my producer, does a podcast show, webcast show. And they all told me, you got to do a show. You got to do your show. You got to put your show back on. I never did it. So I'm thinking that this might be the best way to do it. Evelyn remembers. Linda, I went to Boston for the Christmas and New Year holiday, see my brother. I was up in New Hampshire, stayed with my son in Sandown, New Hampshire, or Derry, New Hampshire, last December. Not this one. This time they all came down here and shoveled snow for the first time in 15 years. They got like 8 inches of snow, 3 below zero. It was pissa, wicked pissa. Loved it. We're planning to go back. Got back into Florida about 45 minutes ago. Oh, that's right. You live in Florida also, right? You live in St. Augustine, if I remember correctly. St. Augustine. I got to tell you, though, having this, reacting with you guys here on the chat is much better than just sitting here by myself and talking to myself. Because my wife's back to work now. She works till midnight at the airport, which sucks. But got to do what you got to do. Good night, Patty, if I miss you. How you doing, Jerry? So any questions from anybody? Like, who the hell are you? Or what are you doing here live? What are you saying? Why are you taking my Facebook space? No, nothing. Yes, no, maybe so. 97 comments. Damn. Yes. Linda Snow. Yes. So St. Augustine, I was right. I asked the family if they wanted to go up there for this Christmas just to see. I guess St. Augustine makes a big deal out of the lights. Everything is lit up. But nobody wanted to take the 2-hour drive up there. Evelyn, what are you up to? Well, Evelyn, I sold my brokerage in a nutshell. Sold the brokerage end of September. Have a herniated disc in my neck that's pressing up against my spinal cord, gives me tremendous pain. So I couldn't do anything until the first of the year. So now I just rejoined the Board of Realtors. I'm going to be a one-man show. I'll be getting surgery soon. If you go back and listen to the earlier part of the show, I explain it in more in depth. But I just didn't think it was right to not to be able to talk to all the agents or deal with issues and stuff, because sometimes I'm just in bed. The pain is so bad. Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. I've had a headache now, sometimes worse than other days, but I've had a constant headache since the end of March last year. Done everything, surgeries, all that's left to do. So I hate it, but got to do it, I guess. Thank you very much, Evelyn. Yeah, so the reason I came on here is because people are saying, where have you been? How have you been? I got like 3 calls today, almost in a row. Haven't seen you, haven't heard from you. What's been going on? How have you been getting along? So I've told everybody this is I've been making money doing eBay. How do you pay your bills? Sell on eBay. You know, make a few grand a month just doing eBay. And I've done eBay, though, for, my God, since before it was eBay. So 25, 26 years. So that's how I've been doing it. Plus, I love doing it. I sell on Amazon. I sell on eBay. I sell on Mercari. I've been doing it so long that I like it. It's fun. You know, you have 1 or 2 problems, but nothing like, hey, the inspection didn't go well, or can't get a mortgage anymore. You know, weird crap like that. You're not getting paid this week. Thank you, Elizabeth. I hope to also. It looks like it'll be surgery next month. Scared crapless about it because never had surgery. But that's it. I digress. Onward and upward. Hopefully surgery, some weight loss. Maybe they can take my stomach out while they have me doing the disc. Never happened, but... So what's everybody else been up to? You still property managing, Evelyn? Wish you well for your upcoming surgery. Thank you, Linda. No stress life. Come on. Property manager, no stress. And I remember the stress that you used to get. Being the property manager there. Yep. Who knows? If my accountant never came in that day and said, you got to get out of here, I would have probably still been there. Sasha Garnicki and Juan. Juan, I'm not going to destroy your last name. I just can't pronounce it. How are you guys? How you doing, huh? Yo, hey, guys, how you doing? But yeah, Evelyn, I remember all the crap. For another year, no stress for you, out of real estate. Well, no, I'm back. I was going to be a Thompson broker, which is not affiliated with the Board of Realtors. But so much crap they gave me this morning. They really discourage people from being Thompson brokers. So I rejoined the Board of Realtors. I'm going to be a one-man gang, a one-man show for now, because once I have the surgery, I don't know how long I'll be down and out for. I don't know how long recovery is. I'm stressing about that, so I don't know. We are trying to find a house in New Hampshire so we could live part-time there and then come down here part-time. I want to get my license in Massachusetts and New Hampshire, so at least I could sell there and here, because I'm a big proponent of multiple streams of income. So I can always have money coming in from different sources. You know, I got a rental house, do eBay, do Amazon, real estate. I go to OBT at night sometimes and sell my body, and that doesn't work out. So, Oscar, how are you? Um, Less stress will help with your recovery. I don't know. It's the stress getting up to it is the problem. But the same people still work with you over there at the farm. Where are you again? I'm sorry. Just kidding. I forget who her name was, but I don't know. I forget. Oscar. Hey, Paul. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Oscar. How are you? Sasha, what time is it over there? Is it 6, 7:30? You still doing your mortgage gig? And hey, maybe we can do some co-marketing if you go this far out. Some of them, no names, please. Oh, okay. No names. The farm. No names or anybody that works on the farm because they'll get ticketed. And what part of New Hampshire you want to move to? Well, my sister-in-law is in Derry. My son is in Sandown. Hi, Kenny. How are you? And I mean, man, he's like, I used to go to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning from his house to go get coffee. It took me 20 minutes to get there. He's in the boonies. Like he's got a lot of land. His garage is probably as big as my house, and that's what he wanted the most. I don't want that. We're looking at Nashua because I could, walk to the mall or whatever. And Dave Garofalo is in here. Everybody that was earlier, we were talking about Two Guys Smoke Shop. There's my brother from another mother right there. There's Dave, just joined us. Like I said, Dave and I went to our first concert together. We were 16, Providence, Rhode Island, to see Kiss. Never forget it. But so we were looking at Nashua, and I don't want to be. We also looked at Portsmouth. Funny thing is, though, you look at some of these houses, and I can tell they're manufactured homes. They're like 200-300 grand up there, and a manufactured home down here is like 100 or 70 or whatever. It's like, why are they so expensive there? And you could tell on some that they try to dress it up, but it's like, this is ridiculous. So the lower part of New Hampshire, actually, because I'm a city boy and I miss being into the city. If I could get a condo in downtown Boston, 2-bedroom, on the 50th floor, 30th floor, I don't care if the dog would be okay with it. I know my wife probably wouldn't, but I wouldn't mind that. I really wouldn't mind that because I am definitely a city boy. This, I mean, man, come on, you're from Somerville with me, so you know. This is redneck heaven. In Florida, I posted once on Facebook, this is God's waiting room. That's what it is. People don't come here to retire. They come here to die. That's what I feel like lately. Judy joined. Hi, Judy. Dave, what's happening? Any specials at Two Guys Smoke Shop today or tomorrow, since today's all done? And put your website in there. Or your Dave owns the largest cigar mail order distribution company in the entire country. Too cold for me, Kenny. Spent 20 years in Connecticut. Oh, I don't doubt it, Kenny. Oh, Kenny is also what I call Kenny is master of the wand. Kenny has taken some of my grubby old listings and power washed them to where they look like they've just been painted brand new. Kenny's fantastic. Dave says, Two Guys Smoke Shop, always special. And he's right. Like I said, way back when we were little kids, had a building that I moved my video store out and we needed space. And I said, what the hell are we going to do with this? What am I going to do with this? And I said, let's open a smoke shop. And Dave kept it going all these years. How many years now, Dave? Dave does a huge cigar dinner every year. And he has the cigar makers and companies and all the big mucky mucks from the cigar industry. Nope, no sound. What do you mean, Bob, no sound? Bob Miller just came on. I believe Bob's from Connecticut, too. 34 years. Holy crap. 34 years. 1985. Somerville, Massachusetts. Two Guys Smoke Shop opens up with two guys. I was a lot younger, a lot darker, had more hair. I need more color tomorrow, I think. A lot thinner, I think. But wow, that was a long time ago. Damn. Good night, guys. Good night, Kenny. Kenny, put your website in if you want. I'm sure people that live here may need your services. I don't know how many people we have left in here. But, yeah, Dave, this is far from what you do. Dave has a whole production studio. Dave went all out. I think he spent $1 million on a studio up in the old Apple building in Salem, New Hampshire, to do podcasts. And he has people do podcast shows right from there. Camera setup, boards, board ops, producers, everything. So I'm just using a dinky camera. My microphone that David says is not good enough. And there it is. Hey, testing 1, 2, 3. How you doing, everybody? Testing. And like I said, I just wanted to come on here live because I thought it was funny that 3 people today, almost in a row. There's Kenny's website address. Anybody around here needs power washing done. He's fantastic. He's done a lot for me, a lot for my listings. I think I was talking about podcasting. Pretty sure. Looks good. Sounds okay. Doesn't sound great. Sounds okay. Could be me. No, just kidding. Anyway, so I figured let me come on, and because how many people think I'm dead, you know? Actually, Dave called me one year when I was down. I've been here now 15 years, going on 16 years. I think Dave called me one year. He says, "You're dead." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "You're in the obituaries in the newspaper." And I was. It was funny. It's like, holy crap. I died and didn't even know it. It's funny. I don't, usually when you get to be my age or maybe a little older, you start looking at the obituaries every day and you see all your friends that are gone. But I don't live there anymore, so I can't tell. It's weird. I never thought I'd get this old. You ever know when you were a kid, you think, yeah, what's it going to be like in 2020? They're going to be flying cars. Isn't that when Battlestar Galactica took place in 2020? And then Dave reminded me too. He said, remember when we were kids? We used to read comic books like this. Now I can't even see what the friggin' comic book is. Justin just joined. Hi, Justin. The sound is great. Thank you, Linda. Justin's an attorney here. I think that's Justin Clark. I don't know. I think I know a dozen Justin Clarks. But yeah, things, you get old, things break down. It's ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. Hate it. So any young people on here? I doubt it, right? They're going to say, what the hell is this old guy talking about? Don't get old. It's highly overrated. Laura Figueroa. Are you the Figueroa that said to me it's not the school's responsibility to teach right and wrong on Facebook? Like you live down the street from me? If it's okay. I just, when I was a kid, man, I thought that the teachers taught you right and wrong. I know when I went to Sunday school, man, if you had gum or something, the nun would come by with the ruler right on the hands, on the knuckles or whatever. They taught you right and wrong, that's for sure. But it needs to be taught in schools. These kids are going to be running this country someday, and they don't know right and wrong. From what I understand, They don't even teach where money comes from anymore. You know, because I remember that I ran into some kids, whatever, they thought when you gave a $5 bill to the bank to put it in your savings account, that they thought if you wanted to get that back, it was the exact same $5 bill. They just thought it was on a shelf somewhere. They don't, I hope they're being taught that now. I don't know. I mean, when I went to school, there was junior high school. There isn't anymore. Even my junior hI school is gone. Literally gone. But I don't know. Jessica, they teach money and stuff in school. They teach you right and wrong. You're very involved with your daughter, Flashette. Yes, Jess has a daughter, Flashette. Her school, right? Justin, very quiet in the background. Justin, what's happening? Come on, people. Put in the chat. Questions, answers, comments, anything. I don't care. Dave has a show on podcast tomorrow all about snacks. Something I am very familiar with. Yes. LOL, yes. They do teach you about money, LOL, or whatever, LOL. Hi, Jody. Maybe people are coming in and I'm saying hi too fast. Some not much, but she's only in sixth. Sixth grade. Wow, sixth grade. I remember sixth grade. It was the longest 10 years of my life. No, kidding. Just kidding. Although the teachers are surprised she already knows about taxes. That's good. Wow, I don't even remember. Although when I went to school, I don't even remember doing algebra. I do remember cursive, learning how to write. I guess they don't teach that anymore. But they opened up a brand new school up here on Boggy Creek, and I haven't been in, but they showed photos of it. And I'm telling you, it looked like a MIT office. It was white tables, screens built into the wall, computer on every desk. And the desks are not desks. They're like long banquet tables. Very high tech. It looked very medical, very clean, crisp, very, very nice. I mean, I was impressed. I would like to work there and live there. And it was only a school, but it was beautiful. It was really state of the art. So I guess they're not teaching some stuff, but now they teach kids how to do websites and stuff like that in school. I mean, I got certified to do HTML, man, years later. But now they're teaching all, and HTML I know is an old form of whatever, right, code. But they teach websites in school now and all that stuff, which is awesome. But the little things like right and wrong, even church teaches that. Don't take my neighbor's wife. Don't steal my neighbor's Amazon boxes. Stuff like that, right and wrong. I mean, granted, the parents are supposed to be doing that, but and it is a lot of the fault of the parents. But, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I know a lot of... Hi, Efren. Hi, Jody. I guess most of the parents these days, because of the economy and everything, most parents have two jobs, one job that really wipes them out. But right and wrong, man. I mean, somebody posted on our local Facebook page that somebody stole a sign off his, an alarm sign off his lawn. And he said that the other kids taunted him to do it. It was a game. Comes to find out that the kid was actually lying, that he's a kleptomaniac or whatever, and that the family should be doing something now to prevent him from really getting into it before he starts, become a teenager, and I got to have money, so I'm going to go in this bank and borrow somebody else's. Excuse me. But right and wrong, man. Just simple things. Simple things. And simple things, like I said before, when I was a kid, all the stores except places like Cumberland Farms used to be closed on Sundays because they were, I mean, Cumberland Farms was be able to be open because they sold milk and bread. And we used to go to church. We used to go to the grandmother's house, grandfather's house, uncles, aunts. All the family would get together on Sundays. Family values. We don't have family values anymore. Long gone. We need to bring that back. That's right. Vote for me, Antonelli for president, and I'll bring back family values. It'll never happen because stores, I remember when it first happened in Massachusetts, we called it the Sunday Blue Laws. All the big stores were bitching that, hey, we pay rent 30 to 31 days a month. We should be able to stay open. And they were able to do it. They overturned the blue laws and it was all done. And there went family values. It's the only time, other than now, I see my relatives on weddings and funerals. And back then it was Sundays. So that's how that went. But hey, listen, everybody, I've been on for, yes, you got my vote. Thank you. Thank y'all, Jessica. Thank you very, very much for your vote. How the chickens doing? Jessica, who's my assistant, and she's a freelance agent from whatever. She raises chickens and other stuff and eggs and that type of stuff. Blew my mind. I mean, it literally blew my mind because I'm not used to that. I'm a city boy. I'm not used to chickens and stuff in my backyard. But anyway, I've been here an hour and 11 minutes. I've talked my tuchus off. Got some feedback from you guys. It's very cool for you guys joining me and coming on and saying things and laughing and very cool. Ephraim, thank you. I think you're my neighbor also, or community neighbor. Too many chickens. We have 24 now. Holy crap. 24 chickens in your backyard. How many omelets do you eat a day or a week? Yes, Ephraim, it's like 2 or 3 of you in here. Sorry if I'm taking valuable TV time, wasting your valuable TV time. I just wanted to come on and try doing a live stream because I used to have a radio show and I want to get back into it. So spoke a little bit about what's going on with me, my real estate, and all that other happy googa. Jessica, why don't you, there's places on 192 you could set up and sell fresh eggs. Fresh eggs! Come and get them, fresh eggs! I can't believe it. Blew my mind. I mean, literally. And you want goats and stuff like that? Marlene Fontanez has joined the chat. Marlene Fontanez. How are you, Marlene Fontanez? Neil De Conte has joined the chat. Hello, Neil. How are you, my friend? I've known Neil for, 20, 25 years. He's an old model buddy. When I mean model kit. Marlene is also a neighbor here. Ephraim loves eggs. Yeah, but I mean, how many can you eat a day or a week? No, that's okay. Come on, Jess. I'd love to see you open up a farm stand table. Fresh eggs on 192. I'll get, I've seen everything else here. I mean, trucks with tires so big you need a step ladder to get in them. You walk into the store and people with, 12-inch belt buckles on and boots and stuff like I just came from the set of Bonanza or something. But hey, that's just me. Sorry, that's just me. Neil, how's it going up there in Rhode Island? Snow today? Or is it Connecticut? I'm sorry. Old, don't remember crap. Marlene, any snow where you are down the street? No, I don't think so. Thank you. You're crazy, Paul. Don't these eggs go bad if you have too many? Good question, Jess. No, still trying to get into school district. Oh, okay. Jess. Jess is looking for a job in the school district if anybody's interested and can help. Jess, do the eggs go bad? Ephraim, I'm envisioning that if she doesn't eat the eggs, they hatch eventually. Because when I saw her last time, which is just a few months ago, there was only, I think, 8 chickens. Now there's 24. So, Jess, if you leave them alone, do they just, you get more chickens the next day? I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I was into science and I did a science thing on hamsters. I started with 2 and ended up with like 30 after a couple of months. They do it more than rabbits. I boil them and feed them back to the chickens. Great protein. That's disgusting. You feed them their own offspring. That is so bad. Oh, unbelievable. The chickens eat their own eggs. Oh, I can't believe it. Although I just read they said a good protein shake to make, you add the egg shell and all. So the shell grinds up in the blender, which I would never. I remember when I was a kid, my father used to eat raw eggs in the morning, just crack one and that was it. Or he'd poke a hole in it and suck it out, the insides. I could never in a million years. I loves eggs. Love me some eggs. I mean, I like an egg once in a while too, you know, little dunkable egg. The incredible edible egg sabotaged my image of chicken eating themselves. I don't blame you. Can you imagine that? I mean, oh, that's mine. Hey, Harriet, your offspring tastes good. I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that. But it's kind of, how can you avoid it? Not all eggs become chicks. Oh, do you know which ones do? Is there a special mark that, hey, this egg is going to be a chicken? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Oh, hi, Amanda Mills. How are you? Hey, you, Amanda. How are you, huh? Jessica laughing like crazy. So, Ephraim, if you're the Ephraim I'm thinking of, we need to have coffee one morning and speak on things. Only if the rooster got to the hen. Huh. Okay. I guess. All right. Okay, so the rooster got to the hen, then there's chickens. Got to represent. Anyway, hey, now I'm over an hour, and I just wanted to do this a little bit to test it. Like I said earlier, I tried a YouTube video. It did not work out well for some reason. The had a problem with the audio. Good night, Ephraim. So I am going to end this now. Thank you, everybody, for coming on and spending a little time. And I'll do something else probably in another few days or a week. I'll have an agenda written out, and we'll talk about something. So that's it. Thank you very much. Happy New Year to everyone. Have a great, this starts the weekend. Have a great weekend. It's supposed to be kind of cold here. Yes, cold for us is 69 degrees. So you'll see people bundled up with their ski parkas waiting for the bus. So have a great one. Happy New Year, everybody. And I will see you on the flip side.